Today we're going to be doing a little experiment called Sink or Float, and we're going to be dropping different things into a cup that has corn syrup, water, and vegetable oil. So our list of materials are the cup, need a spoon to mix in some food coloring into the water so you can see the difference. We're going to be dropping a piece of bread, a nail, a little Advil, a dime, a water bottle cap, a Tums tablet, and a carrot into these three different things, and we're going to see which ones go to the bottom, which ones stay to the top. We're just going to see what happens. So the first thing that we do is...
We're going to start with the corn syrup. Yeah. So we're going to put some corn syrup in the cup. Notice how thick it is.
So yeah, you're going to want to do equal parts corn syrup, water, and vegetable oil. So about a cup of each. The next thing we're going to do is, in a different cup, we're just going to mix some water with a little bit of food coloring. We picked blue, but you can use whichever color you want. If you want to do this again, so a drop or two should be enough. And then you have to mix it with the spoon. So now the water is like this bluish green color. We're just gonna pour it in there. And it might take a second, but they separate. So you can see the food color, or the corn syrup is here at the bottom, and the water is up at the top. So this down here is the corn syrup. And then
we're gonna add some vegetable oil and see what happens with that. Let's give it a minute.
There we go. Alright, so yeah, you can see that it bubbles up a little bit, but eventually it'll be like a flat line because the vegetable oil has less mass than this water and food coloring, so it floats.
Yeah.
So
now we're going to begin with our experiment, and we're going to start with the dime. So I'm going to get a little close. We're going to drop it in.
And you can see it sunk all the way to the bottom. It's down here all the way at the bottom. So it's in the corn syrup. So we also have a nail or a screw. So we're going to drop that in. And it was a little slower, but it also went down to this bottom layer. Do you want to do?
Next, we're going to try a carrot. Let's see where that goes.
Alright. So, can you see it? Here, if you look really, really closely, the carrot is staying right here. So it's floating on top of the corn syrup, but not floating on top of the water or the vegetable oil.
Yeah.
So next, we have, what are we doing next? A piece of Advil. Just a little ibuprofen tablet. You drop that in. And that took a second, but it's just like the carrot staying right in here where the water is.
Yep.
What's next? Want to do the Tums?
Yep. So now we have the Tums tablet. We're going to put it in. And slowly,
but surely, it's dropping through the corn syrup.
Yep. So it's right by the dime. And now we have the bread, the piece of bread. And
that's floating right on top of the oil.
Yep.
Alright, so that's just about everything.
We have one more item.
One more.
Miss T forgot.
Sorry.
A bottle cap. Let's see what happens.
Alright, so just like the piece of bread, the bottle cap is floating at the top.
Miss T, I want to try something.
Alright.
Let's see.
So what's happening now is that one of the reasons that the bottle cap stayed on top of the water, or on top of the vegetable oil is because there was air in the cap. But if you take it out and you see where it goes, if you give it a second, it'll just stay floating in the vegetable oil. So not on top like the bread, but floating in this top layer here. So on the bottom layer, we have the coin, the Tums tablet, the nail. Is there anything else down there?
I think that's it.
So yeah, the coin, the Tums tablet, and the nail are down here. The carrot and the Advil stayed in the section with water and food coloring. The cap stayed here where the vegetable oil is, and the bread floated all the way to the top. It didn't go down at all.
Yeah.
So from this, guys, you are going to try to write a conclusion based on our experiment.
Yep.
Thank you.
See ya!